Hello and welcome to another episode of my animation tutorial series. Today's episode will be something special, just like last week. Last week we talked about ergonomics using the PC, on how why using the mouse is bad and why I should recommend using a webcam tablet or any other tools that you find that could get your hand in the right position. It could be bad for you using long hours, like I explained in the last episode. You can just go back and watch it. I don't have to explain it again. But this episode, we're gonna talk about stretches that you could do. We can talk about stretch. My eye is red. I don't know. We can talk about stretches that we can do. These are things that I've done. I've teach my gymnastic classes. So I'm taking those, what I learned in that skill, and implementing into this skill, right? You see that really cool transition, taking one skill from another thing and putting it in here. It's really cool, right? So I'm gonna show you some stretches that you could do. There are two different types. One is more, I would say it's more convenient, but it's less efficient because you'll be stretching one hand at a time. The other one is more efficient but less convenient because you're gonna have to get down on the floor and do this stretches, right? You can't do that anywhere down the street. It'd be kind of weird. Or you could, I don't know. All right, let's begin. I'll show you the sitting down convenient version. I'm sitting down on the stool. Or you could do this anyway. You could do this driving. Maybe you're watching a movie, or maybe you're just taking a crap, or just standing up, waiting in line, anything like that. Right? It's more convenient. So first stretch we're gonna do. We're gonna relax our hands. So we're gonna shake them out. Let me stand back a bit. Pretend I'm sitting down or something like that. Right, we're stretching, we're kind of flicking it around, getting the blood flowing. Now your hands relax. I want you to grip as hard as you can, like you're flexing. Right? So pretend my hands are by my side. Usually you want it ideally by your side. You want to be up here like this. So I'm just gonna, for the sake of demonstration, I'm just gonna have it up here like a weird surgeon. Alright, so my hands are relaxed, and then we're gonna grip as hard as you can, flex, hold it for 5 seconds, and relax. So what this is doing is training your body to flex, to tighten your muscles when you want to, and you want it to relax when you want to. Alright? So relax, breathe as well, and then number 2, and flex as hard as you can, getting your veins popping out to your forearms, and relax. Remember to have your arms by your side. You don't have to be up here like me. Alright, another time, last one, and flex as hard as you can. Dragon Ball Z, and relax. Right now, our hands and forearms are nicely, blood flowing. We can start interlacing our fingers and do some rotations. So you're gonna keep your forearms together and make big rotations, as big as you can, and then do about 10 times one direction and then 10 times the other direction. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, now we're gonna do the finger wave. It's like a dance move. So you're gonna make very big waves, loosening up the fingers. You may hear some cracking. I can hear a lot of cracking in my hands right now. Do about 5 to 10 one direction, and then flip the other direction. Notice I'm doing very big waves. I'm trying to finding tight spots and kind of work on those areas a little bit. Alright, now that we loosen everything, we're going to do the first stretch, which is palms up, fingers up, and then we're going to pull our fingers back. So keeping your elbows straight, you should be stretching your wrists and your forearm. Maybe your palm as well, if you have tight palm muscles. Hold this about 20-30 seconds, up to you. Now the other hand, 20-30 seconds, keeping your elbow straight. And then now we're going to take our hand and we're going to flip it down so the palm is facing us this time. We're going to pull it back. Same thing, we're going to keep our elbow straight all the time. You can intensify this stretch furthermore if you make a fist. So make like a relaxed fist and pull it back. Okay, you may find that this is much more intense. And then the other side, 20-30 seconds. I have a light fist here, and then just pull it back. Right. Next one is we're gonna have the fingers pointing downwards this time. Pull it back. Elbow straight. The difference with this and the first one, which is like this, is that this is a more supinated grip, supinated hand motion, right? Supinated means like it's kind of your two bones right here, one ulnar and radius. It's kind of in a default position. This is pronated, so when the bones cross each other. I think I talked about that in the last video. So the other hand as well. Putting back on the fingers. You should feel a stretch on your forearms, wrist. Okay, now that's the wrist. Now we're gonna stretch the fingers. You could do this. I find that this is not as effective if you stretch all at once. So what I do is I stretch one finger at a time. So I pull back one finger at a time. Make sure you're hinging from the knuckles part right here, right, as far as you can comfortably can. Don't force it. About 10-20 seconds. So you heard what I talked about efficiency and what convenience. This is convenient. You can do this any way you like, but it takes much longer because you're doing one finger at a time. So you work it down to all your fingers, all the 4 fingers, and then your left hand, right? And while you do all these stretches, make sure you try to relax and breathe. Look at the clouds outside, watch TV, play with your cat, I don't know. Alright, now that we're all done with the fingers, this is the standing up, convenient, less efficient version. Alright, now I'm going to show you the more efficient version, but less convenient. You'll be doing it on the floor. Alright, this is the floor version. This is more efficient, I would say, because you do more in less time, but it's less convenient because you need to find a floor to do this. I have a cup right here, you don't need this, but ideally you want to because your knees will be on the floor. And it might hurt, right? So same thing, we want to have the arms by our side and then grip. I don't need to go through this, so this is the grip, flex and relax. I'll call this flex and relax. So relax and then you grip 5 seconds, relax. You do that about 3 times, right? And then you have the wrist circles and then the finger waves each direction 10 times. Now begin the floor stretch. So we're going to have our fingers forward, keeping our elbows locked and straight. Let me change my angle. Our elbows locked and straight. And then you're going to lean forward until you feel a stretch on your wrist and your forearm. So you should feel a stretch in here and your joint right here. Keeping your elbow straight as much as you can. You lean forward. You can even like move side to side, kind of work the joint. Changing angles. So it looks like this, right? You can move side to side, feeling your joints moving. Right? You do that for about 10-20 seconds. The more the better. To a certain limit, maybe 30 seconds I think is max. And then we have the fingers down one. So, palms down, keeping our elbows locked, and then we're gonna move back onto our butt, and you should feel a stretch. This one is much tighter, you might find. And same thing, you can even move side to side, rotate as well. Now, when you're doing all this, right, you should be quite relaxed. You shouldn't be like you're trying to deadlift or squat a heavy weight. You should be relatively uncomfortable. So the next one we're going to do is fingers is going to point back towards you. And we're going to sit back. So keep in mind all these stretches, elbows locked. Now you're feeling the stretch on the front part of your forearm and your wrist. "20 seconds or so. Right, now we're gonna, this one's kind of awkward for most people. So we're gonna have both hands forward, and then you're gonna turn one hand at a time, just to set up, until your fingers are in pointing towards you. Right, that's the one. And then flip the other one. So now both hands are pointing towards you, and from here, keeping your elbow straight, you're gonna lean back, and you're stretching the forearms, the outside part. Let me change my angle so it looks like this. Right. You don't have to rotate all the way in, like what I'm doing, but just rotate as far as you can. Ideally, your finger pointing towards you, but if you can get about 45 degrees, that's fine as well. Alternative to this, right? A lot of people are struggling with this, mainly because of the shoulder. So you can do one arm at a time. So you have, let's say we're doing the left hand down, turn all the way in, same leg, same arm, steps back. See, I can get a better rotation because I can just rotate my torso a little bit, and then we're gonna lean back from here, right? So changing my angle, rotate in, same leg steps back, and lean back. You can use this hand as a support. Right, stretch this out. And we're done. Switch arms, right hand, right leg back. Stretch back. Right, that's and then now we're gonna stretch our fingers. So we're gonna be on this. We're gonna bend our fingers back like this, like so. Ideally 90 degrees as far as you can. Stretch like so. You notice I'm walking around. I'm shifting weights from one finger to the other. Trying to get that stretch. Let me change my angle so you can see better. So I'm stretching my fingers like this. To intensify, you can lean forward furthermore. But find the area where you feel the stretch. Should be slightly uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be like, ugh, painful. You have to dial it back if that you're feeling that. Right, that's it for these stretches. Thank you for watching, and make sure I won't tell you to subscribe. If you want to subscribe. I'll be showing you more tutorials about animation, and sometimes I'll give like special tutorials like this on things we don't really talk about, like wrist stretches, taking breaks, psychology, things like that. Alright, so if you want more of that, make sure you stay in touch, subscribe. Stay tuned, yes, that's the word. Stay tuned. Bye.